Hello, I am now live. I'm trying something new because apparently this is a thing now. That is, you can go live from your phone on a vertical orientation. And मुझे पता नहीं what is the sense of discovery and anything. I can see Tracy in the chat, so that is nice. मुझे schedule कर देना चाहिए था तो काफ़ी लोगों को पता नहीं चलेगा कि क्या सीन है. But let me just explore. I just thought, okay, so you can have creator tools in this way. Fair enough. You can start a poll in that way. All right. Yeah, shorts live. That is what I thought मैं कर लूँगा. And since I have a decent phone, मुझे लगा इस पे वो भी अच्छा आ जाएगा. साजिद भाई is also here. Tracy is also here. पहली बात, how does it look? And I thought we'll do like a nice 30-40 minute stream here. Good. Okay, so I can see the likes in this. I can see कितने लोग हैं. That is nice. Is the आवाज fine? Is the audio okay? Or do I need a new mic? कितने लाइव हैं आज के यार? पता नहीं यार. आज ये मेरा तीसरा है पवन. Good thing is I can see the chat, so that's nice. Killer, amazing. So we can do shorts live. That's amazing. So the days I am away from my phone, away from my laptop, जब मैं लंदन वगैरह में होऊंगा, maybe we can do lives from this. Everything is working fine. Okay, perfect. So I thought एक छोटी सी stream कर लेते हैं. And now let's be honest. Apart from maybe Pep, Pep को भी अगर आप सोचो, that's a little bit different. Pep might also leave soon. But pretty much a lot of teams need अपर 3 डॉट में जाके स्ट्रीम लाइक कर दो. अपर 3 डॉट में जाके स्ट्रीम लाइक कर. ओह अच्छा, तुमको बोल रहे, मुझे लगा दूसरों कर रहा है. Yes guys, if you want you can like the stream. Is the focus of the camera fine? मैं कितने पास आ सकता हूँ? I can come really close. Okay, this is nice. This is nice. I really like it. फोन को चार्ज पे लगा लो and then you can do this all the time. So a lot of managers, a lot of clubs need new managers. Most prominent Barcelona, I think, is one of the biggest ones in the list. उसमें आप सोचे हो उसके बाद Man United might need a manager. I have a feeling Man United might need a manager. Tito will always stay in our hearts. 100% man. सही है, focus amazing. Right? Barca, Liverpool, they need a manager. Do you think Chelsea need a manager? Yeah, that is also सोचना पड़ेगा. पीछे साका का मुंह कुछ ज़्यादा ही काला क्यों लग रहा है? I don't know. Also tell me about the lighting. Okay, is this light on my face fine? Or should I do it this way, which is a lot more warmer, neutral? इसको थोड़ा बढ़ा भी देते हैं. It's like this, and then there is this which I don't really like, man. It hurts my eyes as well. I like this one. It's a little nice. Chelsea need open heart surgery. It's TT13. Hi, I'm new broski. Nice. So we found somebody talking about it. Your front camera focus is adjustable. It is not, but I'm hoping there's an autofocus sort of thing that matches out a lot of things. First one is the best, right? So this one was the first one. इसकी थोड़ी सी lighting कम कर लेता है, and this one is the best. भाई, dark circles, man. Sleep. Anyways, sexy लग रहे हो. So we were saying, Barca need a new manager. Liverpool need a new manager. Chelsea might need a new manager. If you look at the fans, they definitely want a new manager. Real Madrid, after Ancelotti, even though Ancelotti will sign an extension, they will need a manager in a couple of years. And then you think about the fact that Arsenal, they don't need a manager. Spurs don't need a manager. United might need a manager. और किसी को तो मुझे नहीं लगता. Bayern Munich need a new manager. भाई, Bayern Munich is also one of the biggest ones that need a new manager. हाँ यार, Halimur, I think United need a new manager. Guys, 121 people are here. It's the first shorts live we are doing. So if you can like the video, yeah, that's amazing. It will help me gauge the performance of this live. It will help me see post इसके कि क्या होगा scene. So 28 likes. So let's try and get to 50 ASAP, man. I think if Tracy कह रहे हैं कि top right पे जाके there's 3 dots, वहाँ पे जाके video like कर सकते हैं. So if you can do it, that's amazing. I have 13 Pro Max, not 14 Pro Max. And maybe I can do these with somebody else as well, you know, like just invite people and have like a phone conversation. Maybe one day I'll invite Manas. Maybe tomorrow I'll invite Manas. And we'll just talk about Liverpool in general. Where do you think Thiago Motta will go? There is news that Juve are following him as a successor to Allegri. You know what, yaar? Arpit, that's a good shout. Thiago Motta मेरे हिसाब से एक यही चीज़ है, टांगे वांगे लग जाती है हर जगह. So Thiago Motta at Juve will be very interesting. He has a very interesting philosophy and style. Bologna में he is doing really really well, and Juventus, if they resolve their issues, although Juventus इस season कितना अच्छा खेल रहे हैं, एक बार मैं Serie A table भी देख लेता हूँ. I think Juventus are doing pretty good, right? They are second right now, 9 points behind Inter. थोड़ा सा ऊपर खाबड़ हो रहा है. Yeah, I think Motta at Serie A, Motta at Juventus could be really good. Motta, I want to see Motta outside of Italy as well. But Italy में अगर एक बार वो अपना गेम डेवलप कर ले तो बहुत अच्छा हो जाएगा. हेम कैप्स में मत लिखें, इतने इमोजीज यूज ना करें. And okay, Thiago Motta's class, bring him home. Born from Flames. Do you think? Okay, honestly, here is my think about क्या नाम है. And guys, I'm sorry, comments तो चलते रहेंगे. I will only pick जो मुझे स्क्रीन पे दिखेगा. इसमें मैं कमेंट स्टार नहीं कर सकता. कहाँ पे था? हाँ, Born from Flames. Do you think बारसा फैंस में वो पेशेंस होगी? क्योंकि देखो, honestly, I think Xavi was the perfect sort of person to manage Barcelona. He is familiar with the club, legend of the club है, इसलिए मेरे को लगा पेशेंस भी थोड़ी सी बिल्ड हो जाएगी. बट आफ्टर विनिंग अ लीग, आफ्टर द सुपर कोपा, इस सीजन आप यूसीएल में भी हैं, मीडिया फिर भी उसको हाउंड आउट करके मेरे हिसाब से बाहर, यू फोर्स्ड हिम आउट, द मीडिया हैज फोर्स्ड हिम आउट. दैट्स अ बिट सैड. अब मुझे नहीं लगता, टू बी ऑनेस्ट, थियागो मोटा को भी उतनी पेशेंस मिलेगी. देखो, थियागो मोटा प्लेज अ वेरी यूनिक ब्रांड ऑफ फुटबॉल दैट विल टेक अ लॉन्ग टाइम टू बी not only inculcated in the first team but also in the academy and everything. तो मुझे लगता है कि ये होगा. What is this? अभिजीत पूछ रहे. अभिजीत, this is shorts live. It's something I'm trying. Yeah, apparently you can go live on shorts now. So I am seeing इसका क्या फायदा है. What is the meta? Do people discover इसके बाद भी? Ishan is also here. How are you, Ishan? Guys, only 38 likes are there. Top right पे जाके 3 dots करके you can like the video. Let's try and get to 50 likes at least. Yeah. And I can't start questions, so whatever questions are on screen मैं उसी को ही करूँगा. News of Leverkusen links with Stuttgart manager if Xabi leaves us in the summer, says Utkarsh CFC. Utkarsh is of course a Chelsea fan as well as a Leverkusen fan. Xabi Alonso की देख के and यार देखो भाई, हेम भाई, मैं आपको honestly बता रहा हूँ, हेम, if you do this caps वाला thing, you will get blocked by the bot यार. How is this mobile mode, says Madrid Pundits. Yeah, it's I'm just doing it for the first time. It's a little weird to get used to it, but I think it's nice. If you have a nice one, I think it's worth it. And just have like some sort of lighting over here, जिससे हो सकता है. Okay, yeah. So if Stuttgart's manager goes to Leverkusen, it's an okayish move, I guess. मतलब it's sideways, it's nothing spectacular, but that means Xabi Alonso might leave. Where do you think Xabi Alonso goes for? Okay, मैं पोल डाल देता हूँ. Xabi Alonso की ज़्यादा नेक्स्ट recommended क्या है? Xabi next club. Damn, this is so weird to type on. Xabi next club. Thankfully इसमें monetization भी on हो जाता है. मैं इसको लिवरपूल को सिर्फ लिव लिख लेता हूँ, RMA लिख लेता हूँ, add option, and where else can he go? Can he go to where else? Oh, he'll just stay at Leverkusen. Let's just put this. In the next place, where Bayern Munich is an option as well. यार, I think Bayern Munich में डालना भूल गया. But here's a poll and you guys can possibly. यार एक honestly बात बताऊँ आप लोगों को, ये जो Nagelsmann वाले links है ना, I am not a fan of these Nagelsmann links simply because Leverkusen for another. I also think Madrid Pundits. I also think he should stay at Leverkusen for another year. But this Nagelsmann thing. First of all, Nagelsmann will coach Germany for the Euros. So he is going to be with Germany at the tournament in Germany for the entire summer. वो तो रहेगा, unless of course Germany group stage से exit कर लेती है, then it's fine, I understand. But most likely Germany will go deep into the tournament. कैसे उमेश भाई? Germany will go deep into the tournament, which means अगर वो बारसा या यूनाइटेड या किसी भी क्लब के लिए लिंक होता है, that club will not have access to him or his pre-season या training या whatever it is for the entirety of the summer. And बारसा के लिए ये summer बहुत important होने वाली है. तो if you think that Nagelsmann should go to Barcelona, then be prepared for a fact that Deco and Laporta will be the ones who are handling your summer transfer window. They might get some input from Nagelsmann, but Nagelsmann will be fully focused on Germany. So मुश्किल है यार. Xabi Alonso to Barcelona. Xabi Alonso to Barcelona, says Haim Shah. Haim, don't spam bro, come on please spam mat karo isko. Guys, also we are on our way to 14k. I think we're just 30 something subs away. So if you're new and you're watching and you've just discovered this, first of all, hello. And if you like football content, you can subscribe to us as well. Should be a subscribe button on the top somewhere. Same thing, if you look on the top right, आप वो 3 डॉट्स दबाएंगे, आप वीडियो लाइक कर सकते हैं, स्ट्रीम लाइक कर सकते हैं. 61 लाइक्स हो गए हैं, अमेजिंग. लेट्स ट्राई एंड गेट टू 100. क्या कर सकते हैं, बट वी हैव वेरी गुड सीबीज विच इज इंपॉर्टेंट इन मोटा स्टाइल्स एज बॉर्न फ्रॉम फ्लेम्स. दैट्स ट्रू, बट वही है. I think he should stay in Italy, यार. Born from Flames. I think Mota should stay in Italy. What about Zerbi's future? यार देखो, Brighton इस season काफ़ी unpredictable सी रही है. But I will also say a lot of injuries have hampered them, like Gross से लेके Adingra, Buonanotte से लेके Enciso has been injured, Evan Ferguson has been injured, Estupinian has been injured. They have been in, and he lost Caicedo, who was a very big part of this Brighton team. He lost McAllister, who was a very big part of this Brighton team. And yeah, I am doing this on mobile, Yashikhar. And so the thing is, he has had a lot of injuries, jiski wajah se they are where they are. Like, it's not an extraordinary season, but it's not a terrible season at all, right? If I look at the Premier League table, I think they're above. Yeah, they're 7th. They're just 5 points behind Man United, who themselves have a lot of injuries. So Fati, yeah, Ansu Fati bhi bahut injured hai. So I'll just say that in terms of the manager merry-go-round, if Zerbi had to go, and if I had to recommend Zerbi to go somewhere, I think he should be the Barca manager for the next 2 to 3 years. Why? I think he is somebody who can exist in a limited financial capacity. Number 2, उसको even though उसके पास वो Brighton वाली recruitment नहीं होगी, he'll have an entire academy worth of talent. और बारसा की academy तो आपको पता है यार, that's so good. So he can work with those academy talents and वहाँ पे काम कर सकता है for the next 2-3 years. He shouldn't be the long term manager. 2-3 साल निकाल लो, जब तक बारसा अपने background के जो financial issues हैं उनको sort out नहीं करती. When those are sorted out, when you can make your 1-to-1 signings, when you can make signings that will compete with Real Madrid and their Jude Bellinghams and their Mbappes and whoever it might be, then you go for your Hansi Flicks. Then you go, maybe, I don't know, you can go for the next big thing. If by that time Arteta has proven himself, jab tak Zerbi hai, maybe you can go for Arteta at that point of time as well. I think stylistically he is somebody who has a committed style of play, which I think is very necessary at Barca. Of course, it is a high risk sort of thing, and defensively आप थोड़े से मुश्किल हो जाओगे, problem में हो जाएंगे. But you'll also have Araujo and everyone in that team, man. You can keep him. I think उसको बस एक ही चीज़ की सबसे ज़्यादा ज़रूरत होगी, which Barca should be completely into, that is get him a solid midfield, which I think एक हाफ आप फ्रेंकी के साथ कर ही सकते हो. पेड्री भी है, गावी भी है, तब तक वो भी आ ही जाएंगे नेक्स्ट सीजन तक. बट जस्ट गिव हिम अ डीएम, somebody जो ब्राइटन वाले काइसेडो के लेवल पे खेल सकता है. दैट इज ऑल यू नीड. या टिकी टाका ने पूरी इंजरी लिस्ट दिखा दी. मिटोमा, मार्च, एनसीसो, फाटी, ऑल हैव बीन आउट फॉर अ पीरियड ऑफ टाइम. Zubimendi का मेरे को लगता है हार्दिक, Arsenal and Barca will battle out for him. And even though Barca will be probably a huge favorite for him, it's just the money which holds Barca back, जो मेरे को लगता है Arsenal को थोड़ा advantage देता है. De Zerbi changes lineup at every game, don't know why. Because I don't think he is satisfied with, one, the lineup, and 2, it's just the injuries, जैसे ऊपर टिकी टाकर ने बताया था. Now somebody, Sai asked me for Arsenal striker update. अभी उन्होंने फिर से लिख दिया. देखो यार, Sai, there is no update today. There was this rumor that Arsenal are in for getting Evan Ferguson. Now, Evan Ferguson has been a long-term favorite of mine, but he's been so injured and his form has been so bad this season. My interest on it has been cooled down. Now, the other strikers update is that Arsenal are looking for Victor Gyökeres, who's from Sporting, who has had a great season. एंड ऑफ कोर्स ओसिमन एंड टोनी का तो नाम आता है. नाउ टोनी वाला नाम जो है वो थोड़ा कूल डाउन हो गया है. ओसिमन विल कॉस्ट अ लॉट ऑफ मनी, एंड बीच में रूमर्स आ रहे थे दैट ओसिमन की एक डील हो ही चुकी है क्लब से. पहले दैट नेम वाज थॉट टू बी चेल्सी. नाउ दैट लुक्स लाइक टू बी द नेम ऑफ पीएसजी, बिकॉज पीएसजी वांट अ स्टार स्ट्राइकर टू रिप्लेस एम्बापे एंड टेक हिम फ्रॉम देयर. So it's not going to be easy to get either Osimhen, especially if PSG is involved, or to get somebody like what's this guy's name, Tony. I mean, Tony aa jayega, but maybe let's see if it's financially feasible, maybe why not. LJ asks, will you sell Lokonga or वापस next season? Yeah, let's give him pre-season at least. If we move our system to a double pivot, जो हम जॉर्जिनियो राइस के साथ खेलते हैं, then maybe why not? Maybe he works in a double pivot. But if we go for the same system with a lone 6 and a left 8 and a right 8, मतलब 4-3-3 with a lone 6, then I don't think Sambi works in that system. Yeah, Sambi आपको दिख रहा है, रॉस बार्कली के साथ वो कितना बढ़िया खेल रहा है. And yeah, he needs a double pivot person, man. So I don't think that I think Sambi को आप pre-season तक देख लो, see what system you are going to play, and then I think personally I would sell him. I would sell him, try to make money off him, see if Luton manage to survive, जो मुश्किल लग रहा है, although I'd love for them to survive relegation. But sell Sambi to them, man. Yeah, Lokonga is a very good player, Umesh. बिल्कुल सही कह रहे हो, बिल्कुल सही कह रहे हो. Against Liverpool, he played really, 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 really well. Ismail Bhai asks, why is it portrait? Because I've gone live from my phone. I'm just trying this out to see how the shorts live wala thing is. It's very weird, to be honest, because kabhi your viewership fluctuates at 280 and then sometimes it goes to 100 something. Very interesting. Who after Pep at City? You want the ideal name? It is Mikel Arteta. Him. It's definitely Mikel Arteta that should be at City after Pep. Question is, can you price him away from Arsenal? That is very interesting. I think number one candidate should be Mikel Arteta. Uske alawa, if you want somebody who is going to be really good at City eventually, like एक साल 2 साल के बाद, जैसे पेप को टाइम लगा था फर्स्ट ईयर के बाद, I think it will be Inzaghi. I think City should look at Inzaghi as well eventually. Roshan asks, thoughts on Kubarsi? Yeah, honestly, first few games I was like, ठीक है, he's just another talent. Fine, मतलब definitely above the average youngster. But last game पे यार Kubarsi did really well. Now, it was Getafe. Getafe were playing in a high line. And to be honest, Getafe looked a little out of sorts anyway. In the last game, definitely impressive. But let's give him a few more games. Let's give him a few more games because he is what, 17, still running the back line. देखते हैं in crunch matches against better attacks how he does. Because जब काफ़ी लोग को मैंने सुना था जब नापोली के अगेंस्ट जब चैंपियंस लीग गेम था एंड नाम फ्लोट हो रहा था दैट कुबारसी माइट स्टार्ट, लॉट ऑफ पीपल वांट टू हैप्पी अबाउट द फैक्ट दैट कुबारसी माइट स्टार्ट. तो yeah, let's see, man. Luis Enrique at City will be a very interesting choice. Yeah, by that time maybe that PSG project needs to move on from Luis Enrique. Luis Enrique at City could be really good. Luis Enrique के आसपास एक अच्छा स्ट्रक्चर भी होगा. What do you guys think of Girona's coach at City after Pep? Although उसका पहला ही सीजन है, बट एक चीज़ मैं आप लोगों को बता रही हूँ, जो नेक्स्ट जो आ रहा है ना, ये जो फुटबॉलिंग ग्रुप्स वाला है, मल्टी क्लब ओनर मॉडल, आई थिंक अ लॉट ऑफ दैट इज गोइंग टू बी वेयर all throughout the club. So City, Girona, whatever club they have in Australia, whatever club they have in India, whatever club they have in फलाना ढमकाना country, in I think they have in Italy also, UD Ibiza भी उनकी ही एक क्लब है, right? आप उसमें सोचो, मेरे हिसाब से उसमें ना सेम स्टाइल ऑफ गेम प्ले होगा सो दैट यू कैन कीप मूविंग कोचेज एंड टैलेंट वेरी इजीली. सो फॉर एग्जाम्पल लाइक नाउ सावियो इज गोइंग टू मूव टू मैनचेस्टर सिटी बिकॉज ही इज यूज टू द सिटी स्टाइल ऑफ प्ले जो जिरोना में हो रहा है, राइट? यू वॉन्ट, rumors are there that Pep wants Xavi as his assistant at City. Very surprising, man. Yeah. By the way, shout out to the mods here. Thank you so much, Tracy, and all the mods who are here to manage the chat here. Tracy ko special thanks, who is managing the chat, telling people, reminding people to like the video, telling people what we're doing today here. So yeah, can Arsenal sign Vlahovic? He is killing it at Juventus. Yeah, मुझे लगता है वो Vlahovic वाला जो ब्रिज है ना ऑलरेडी बर्न हो चुका है, क्योंकि जब हार्दिक Vlahovic फ्योरेंटीना में था, we tried to sign him, he was interested but his agent stopped picking up our calls. So I think वो तो बंद हो चुका है मेरे हिसाब से. That bridge is already gone. पोल में मैंने देखा है 207 वोट्स आर ऑलरेडी इन. अ लॉट ऑफ पीपल थिंक दैट लिवरपूल इज गोइंग टू बी हिज न्यू क्लब. मैंने राम क्यों लिख दिया, आरएमए होना चाहिए था, बट नेवर माइंड यार, वो लेवरकूसन पे नहीं रखेगा. लॉट ऑफ पीपल बिलीव इट्स गोइंग टू बी एट लिवरपूल. ओके, what about Chelsea? You guys tell me what about Chelsea. Number one, do you stick with Mauricio? देखो, पहली बात, I don't think Pochettino should be sacked right now. ये कौन सा live है? It's a shorts live. Apparently you can do it from your mobile also now. So मेरे हिसाब से Pochettino should not be sacked midway. Then who comes next year? Do you get somebody next year? Because देखो पॉच ने तो ignore कर दिया था टॉड बोली को. We'll talk about Barca again. It's going to be a little upad khabad wali life, but we'll see how it is, right? Guys, again, like the video by going to the top right and selecting the teen dots wala area and liking the video. 78 likes हो गया, 100 likes would be a good start. ये rant man की याद आ रही है इस format में, thanks. So at Chelsea, I would say they need a new coach, because clearly the fans are not a fan of Pochettino. Clearly the players, I don't even know if the players are a fan of Pochettino or not. I don't think they are. If they're a fan of Pochettino, I don't know if that's a worrying sign or not. देखो यार, आपके पास कुछ टैलेंट्स है, जैसे एंजो है, काइसेडो है, you have Mudrik, you have Palmer, you have Nkunku, Badiashile, Disasi. ये सारे टैलेंट्स है. दे नीड अ गुड कोच, दे नीड अ गुड मैन मैनेजर. एंड आई थिंक चेल्सी की सबसे बड़ी रिक्वायरमेंट ही होगी somebody who's a great man manager. Now let's not forget, Poch is not a bad man manager यार. He managed Spurs and he managed Son, Kane, Dembele. He made that Spurs take really, really well. At Chelsea, the expectations are so high. This is the first time in so many years that Chelsea have gone 2 years without a trophy. Usually every other year Chelsea win a trophy, any trophy, but they win a trophy, right? And मुझे लगता है कि ये जो एक्सपेक्टेशन है चेल्सी पे, ये मेरे को नहीं लगता था पॉच इतनी सीरियसली समझ पाया. तो नाउ I think, where did I get the posters behind me? I got them from displate.com. I can't post it in chat. Can I post it in chat? No, I can't post it in chat. Okay, I'll go for, can I go top chat? What chat is it? No, I can't go live chat. I'll just go live chat. Never mind. Thomas Frank to Chelsea, that would be an underrated signing. But again, I think Chelsea fans are hungry for a top level manager like a Flick or a Nagelsmann or anybody like that. Thomas Frank as a coach, as a tactical outfit, I think he's going to be great. But Chelsea fans, मेरे को नहीं लगता they will be happy with a Thomas Tuchel or a Roberto De Zerbi. But right now the sentiment is anybody but Poch. That is the sentiment that is happening at Chelsea right now. नाक बहुत बड़ा लग रहा है इस मोड में. अब उसका तो मैं कुछ नहीं कर सकता यार, उसको मैं छोटा तो नहीं कर सकता. इट इज़ व्हाट इट इज़ यार. भगवान ने जो ऋतिक जो शक्ल दी है मेरी, और क्या ही करे. क्लॉप टू चेल्सी, हियर वी गो. चलो भाई, ये भी हो गया. Is Saka a fraud? How is Saka a fraud? He's already outperformed this tally from last season, yeah, the chosen one. He's not a fraud. No way. No way. What's the future of Xavi, Tuchel and Pep Linders? Pep Linders is leaving Liverpool. I think he wants to start his own coaching career. Tuchel, he's been heavily linked with Manchester United, and Xavi, bhai bhagwan hi jaane. Nose naturally buddy. Exactly. I need a lot of oxygen. That's why. Boli already denied Nagelsmann earlier. Bhai, trust me. Boli is a owner, ya Boli is a face of Chelsea who gets super like anxious based on the fan reaction. Like, aapko yaad hai when Boli came in, Boli was in Twitter spaces. Boli was liking comments of Chelsea influencers and everything. Sab log keh rahe the, you know, loophole and all that crap. Boli is somebody who folds under pressure a lot. Boli is somebody who folds under pressure a lot. So I will say, if he feels that the Chelsea fan base are angry with him and they want a new manager, he might actually end up going and getting somebody who's a top coach. Zen says, I love you, bro. Love you too, my friend. Why Liverpool celebrated like they won the Champions League? Because they won a trophy in Klopp's last year. They have the full right to celebrate because they won something. And yeah, listen, let's not police what people are celebrating and how people are celebrating. Rasil bhai, how are you? Nice to see you here. Do you think Van Dijk is a big match player? He had 3 man of the match performances in the final. Bhai, Van Dijk, I think apart from his ACL year and the year after, he has been absolutely imperious. He's been one of the best defenders in the Premier League. Now, I am not going to say he is the greatest centre back ever to live, जैसे कुछ लोग ने कल डाल दिया था. Of course, emotions में डाल देते. There, I think there are definite players like Martini and Cafu who I definitely prefer like more as defenders. But Van Dijk has to be in that conversation, man, with Vidic as well, with Rio as well. Okay, he's past Sol Campbell for sure. John Terry. There's so many good central defenders, man, that Virgil van Dijk can also be in a company of. But I think it's an impossible debate. You can never compare defenders across eras because football was different. The requirements of defenders was different. Yeah, PK as well, Puyol as well, Cannavaro as well, Sergio Ramos as well. There's so many. But वही मैं कह रहा हूँ कि it's just an impossible debate to have because you can't compare them across eras. Centre backs are just like that. Centre backs are like that. You can never compare Virgil van Dijk with Vidic. Look, Sajid bhai, मैं वही कह रहा हूँ ना. United fans will think Vidic was the greatest defenders of all time. Chelsea fans will think Terry was. Barca fans will think it was PK and Puyol. But yeah, जैसे उमेश भाई कह रहे, I think he will go down as one of the Premier League's greatest defenders of all time. 100%. Antonio Conte, no idea. He's been linked to AC Milan, यार. I think that's where he'll go, Hardik भाई. Future of Barca, मैंने तो देखो यार, future कुछ नहीं होगा. They just have to sort out their finances. They have to sort out where they go from here in the sense of देखो अभी वो वेज कैप और भी कम हो गया है उनका. They have to compete with Real Madrid. उस पे pressure होगा. तो any manager who's coming in this year will have an impossible job of competing with this gargantuan Real Madrid. That's it. Why only 720p camera? कौन सा है? It's so good, must be iPhone. Yeah, it's 720p because it's an iPhone. I think front cam can only record at 720p. Also, I think streaming at 4K just via phone is very, very difficult because bit rates I don't think phone पे settle हो सकती है. But 720p is fine. Have I ever been to Donegal? No, I've not been to Donegal. I've been to Dingle. I've been to Cork. I've been to Galway. I've been to I've been to the eastern coast as well, but no, not Donegal. I should go to Donegal at some point of time. Every era has different era of defenders. We should not compare. Exactly my point. Galactico Madrid versus La Masia, and it's not even like necessarily Galactico, right? I mean, yeah, Mbappe, Jude, Vinny, Rodrigo. Okay, let me ask you guys this: do you think to accommodate Mbappe, Real Madrid will have to sell somebody? Although they can afford it, money will not be an issue. But do you think playtime wise, do you think Real Madrid will have to sell somebody? I don't think they'll sell Vinicius. Do you think Rodrigo goes? Do you think Guler goes on loan? What do you think? Do you think क्योंकि front three अगर आप सोचो काफ़ी लोग कहेंगे कि front three should be Mbappe, Vinny, Rodrigo. Okay, fine. उसके पीछे midfield में आपके हो जाएंगे Jude and Fede. Okay, fine. उसके बाद कोई लोग कहेंगे कि उसके 6 हो जाएगा आपका Chouameni. All right, fine. Your defenders, you will have your defenders. But what happens to Kamavinga? Do you keep playing him left back? मुझे नहीं लगता. Aryan says Alvarez should join Real Madrid. भाई कितने attackers लोगे? कितने attackers लोगे? Joselu, yeah, let's see. I think somebody has to leave. मेरे हिसाब से. So I have 13 Pro Max, Ritik. So yeah, क्योंकि अगर rear camera होता तो मुझे comments नहीं दिख रहे होते ना. That's it. Endrick भी है. You're right. Endrick is also there. Kamavinga Ancelotti को replace कर देगा. अच्छा सोहन, अच्छा. Do you follow any other sport? I follow F1. I used to follow F1, but then it sort of became a one-person thing, so I stopped following it as well. I used to follow cricket, but then Dukh Tat Pida happened in November, so you guys know about it. But mostly it's football, man. Just football from different leagues and just analysis. So instead of like casting my net really wide and watching a bunch of sports, I usually just watch football. I watch the games over and over again, try to analyze them, try to understand, try to see the comments, try to see the narratives, sort of do like a media and tactical analysis of whatever is happening at clubs. Beck Pro James, welcome. I love Arsenal. I love Arsenal too. Welcome to the stream. And so, yeah, why is it vertical? Because it's from a mobile phone, bhai. That's it. Can Valverde match or better than Ruud Gullit? Yeah, you're comparing players from eras, man. You're comparing players from era. Is Guardiola flop? No. You have to understand, every Pep player takes 1 year to accommodate. Of course, Haaland is an outlier. In his first season, he broke every possible record. But every player, including Kevin De Bruyne, to be honest, under Pep took 1 entire year to understand. Gundogan, who was his first signing because of injury, of course, took 1 year to understand his role. Same with Bernardo, man. Same with Jack Grealish. Same with John Stones. John Stones was called to be the biggest a flop signing of Man City because he cost 50 million from Everton. And people thought he was flop. Now look at it. John Stones is crazy. So yeah, Doku की game समझ नहीं आती Daksh bhai, says Sajid. Doku is somebody who will carry the ball, and I think Pep and Man City's recruitment this year was focused on getting carriers. They wanted Declan Rice because Declan Rice can get the ball and run forward. That's what Pep would have made him do. You look at Rodri, you look at Matheus Nunes, you look at Kovacic. All of these people can get the ball by their feet and then they can move forward. They can run with the ball. So what happens when they run with the ball? The defender in front of them either has to commit forward, but the second you commit forward, you leave a space for Erling Haaland to run past, or you can sit back and then you're just faced in a 2v1 situation. So Pep is a genius in the sense that he's constantly evolving his team, constantly evolving his game, and he's making sure that City are also in a place where they can move on from him eventually. uh, Gabriel Magalhaes is better than Akanji. Again, just two very different roles, right? Akanji's role is, well, first of all, Akanji can play across the backline. Akanji can also carry the ball into midfield. Gabriel is different. Gabriel can play left center back, left back, essentially in a back three structure, and a central center back. And his role is clearances, and he is an attacking center back in the sense he is more there for aerial duels, winning those aerial duels and aggressively pressing. So he's more of a defensive center back, whereas Akanji is more of a build-up wala center back. That's all I can say. Colville or Guardiola? I prefer Guardiola, man. Guardiola, मेरे हिसाब से, is a unicorn profile of a center back. Guardiola moves like does not move like a defender. Think of any defender. I'm saying like a standard defender, all right? Think about like even if you think about Gabriel. Gabriel moves like a defender. He's a little stiff. Same with Saliba, is a little stiff. You think of Maguire, a little stiff. Varane, all right, he's a little bit better. But Guardiola as a player, he glides through the air, man. He glides through the air. He works like he runs like a midfielder, and he's a defender, and he's great at defending as well. So I'll just say that Guardiola, man, always for me. Guardiola is a fantastic signing. Eventually, people will start seeing. Right now, he's being played out of position at left back. But जब उसको center back खिलाओगे, I think Guardiola will also be great. What does Barca need more? De Zerbi's philosophy or fixed Flick's personality? Yeah, I think for the next 2-3 years, you need a stable style of football. You need somebody who can work with limited funds, and you need somebody who can teach that sort of philosophy to young kids. I think Flick requires a very specific brand of players that work for him. And I think that will only come when Barca have the money, and that will only happen when Barca solves its issues in the next 2 years. मेरे हिसाब से, that's it. What do you think about the Premier League? Who won this year? Chances City won. Okay, Rajesh, I think my favorites are Liverpool personally, because I think they have an easier run of fixtures compared to City, but also they have the Europa League. And I think Klopp can sort of run with the Europa League. Like, who are they playing? I think they're playing They're playing Prague, right? They're going to the Czech Republic. It's not going to be a tough team for Liverpool to beat. Meanwhile, City, even though they have Copenhagen, in the next round, they could come up against a big team, because only the big boys will remain after this. Unless, of course, if Arsenal get knocked out, then a Porto, or they might get Arsenal, they might get Lazio if they knock out Bayern Munich. But City will have a tougher game in the Champions League next round than Liverpool will have. Sparta Prague. Thank you so much, Umesh. So, I think Liverpool's road, because of the Europa League being there, makes it slightly easier compared to Arsenal and City. Arsenal, मेरे हिसाब से, are third favorites because, well, one, we are behind them. Two, we have injuries as well, but also we are also in the Champions League, and we're chasing a game in the Champions League. So there is no scope for rotation of a best player in the Champions League. If in the first leg we had beaten Porto 4-0, 5-0, sure, I'd be like, fair enough, Arsenal can go easy in that game, and then maybe we can see that, maybe for the next few weeks we can negotiate. But the decision of who goes forward in the Champions League, ka first obstacle, so to speak, for Arsenal will get cleared out when Liverpool and Man City face each other at Anfield. I am personally hoping for a draw, that Liverpool and Man City draw. If they draw, then usse kya hoga? Liverpool will be 3 points ahead of us without us playing. Liverpool will be 3 points ahead of us. City will be 2 points ahead of us. And if we win that game against Brentford that week, which I think is going to be a tough game anyway, Then we are level on points and 1 point ahead of City with the same games played. Then the games with City at the Etihad and United at Old Trafford and Spurs away from home come into picture, and that could be a very crucial thing for us. So yeah, Aditya asks me my favorite player. My favorite player, Aditya, is Dennis Bergkamp. Of course, there's Thierry Henry as well. There are these two kids as well. Yeah, Martinelli is there and Saka is there. They are my favorite player and my favorite defender for a long time has been Gabriel Magalhaes. Of course, somebody saying Tony Adams or VVD. Look, man, you're going to ask an Arsenal fan if he chooses an Arsenal defender over a Liverpool defender. I'm going to say an Arsenal defender over it. And you might not agree, but that's fine. You asked an Arsenal fan. I'm going to say Tony Adams miles better. Should players manage their workloads because of Euros Copa this summer? Yeah, dekho, this is after a Winter World Cup, an entire season, and now we're in another season jahan pe ACLs pe ACLs pe ACLs. Everyone is getting an ACL. So yeah, they will have to manage the workload. But that's not the club's responsibility, that's the players' responsibility. You had the AFCON and the AFC, players hardly manage their workload, and some of them have come back injured also. Like, look at Tomiyasu, he's been injured forever. Did Neville go too far? Asks Sohan. Sohan, I think so. I am not a fan of him calling Chelsea a blue £1 billion bottle job. Well, number one, he just said it to probably get clicks on, or he hates Chelsea. I don't know what it is. But these kinds of tags stick with teams for a long time. It can cost somebody like Poch his entire job. And to be honest, yes, Chelsea have spent $1 billion or close to $1 billion, but what have they spent that money on, right? Now AFCON will be in June, really, Umesh? Okay. And like Chelsea have spent all that money on kids. And if they spend that money on kids, I don't think they're sort of expected to compete with kids until they get some sort of experience. Not to take anything from Liverpool away as well. They played with 5 starters out and eventually under 21s, whatever. But yeah, Chelsea could have won that game. But I think that comment by Neville, yeah, that was a little too far. First of all, it's very unprofessional, okay? This is like a chapri comment. This is like a chapri comment that somebody from football Twitter can post. But not somebody who's a professional commentator should say. Same thing with Carragher. I think Carragher's commentary was very biased. The fact that I completely understand that Liverpool goal being disallowed was wrong, shouldn't have been done, it was harsh, blah, blah, blah. Everything I completely agree. But him going on, oh, look what Arsenal do, look what this team does, him saying this team's over-celebrates and falana dhamkana, and now he's taking it as a joke. I don't know, man. David Ornstein has posted... Oh, okay. David Ornstein has posted something, man. If somebody can write in the comments what Ornstein has tweeted, I'll be really glad for you guys. Both Neville and Cara are clowns, but I never liked both of them. I liked Cara a little more, but Neville, never liked Neville. These guys come with so many cliches, tropes, over-emotional, over-celebrating. These are terrible, man. Hate Neville. Absolutely hate Neville. Okay, David Ornstein has retweeted that Liverpool believe they could have 300 million worth of talent within their youth setup. Okay. So, all the kids, Clark, Neoni, everyone. So, Liverpool believe they have a golden generation of youth academy talents coming up. And if that's true, then the next manager should be somebody who's great at working with youth here. And yeah, Liverpool could be set, man. Liverpool could be set. Kuch nahi likha, koi baat nahi. Okay, let's take some new questions. For me, PK is better than BVD. That's fine, yeah, Quantum Fighter. Everyone has their own favorites. We'll never be like you'll never see people argue, right? I prefer a chicken burger over, I don't know, kathi roll. You like chicken burgers? It is what it is. यार पंजाबी बोल ले यार निखिल भाई, पंजाबी मेरे को समझ आती है, मैं बोल नहीं सकता उतनी अच्छी. Okay, this Cara Neville reeks full of biasness. Dude should... Yeah, it's not that, man. Like Cara Neville, Madrista, they do reek of biasness, but that is why Sky has hired them, right? Because they say something, it becomes controversial. Like, do you remember that over-celebrating wala thing? It became a huge thing for a week at least. People wrote columns about it. There was Twitter discussions about it. That is how Sky Sports makes it money, right? Because of engagement, because of attention. And who are the two best people to get engagement and attention? It's Carragher and Neville. Ten Hag should be sacked. I think he will be sacked, Aryan. I don't think it's a question of should. I don't think he should be sacked, but I think he will be sacked. Watch the Sir Jim Ratcliffe interview. it wasn't that convincing to me. He said that it's not good time to talk about the manager, it's not constructive, all that stuff he said. But he never publicly backed him or he publicly criticized him. So it's a little bit of 50-50. But my common logic says um, that why would new owners trust 200 million of their money of somebody they are not sure of? Like ये तो Chelsea ने किया था, right? Chelsea had an entire transfer window for Thomas Tuchel and then they sacked him. They got Aubameyang for Thomas Tuchel and they sacked him. So it's more of a shambles for Chelsea. And I don't think United's new owners will do that. They want to stamp their authority. They want to show that we are new owners. This is what we'll do. Yeah. Eric Ten Hag says, "ऐसे कैसे? Wait till end season." Yeah, no. He is not going to get sacked right now. No way he gets sacked mid-season. But I think next season there's a conversation to be had in this manager merry-go-round as to who do Man United also get. Sorry guys, 1 second. थोड़ा disorienting होगा आपके लिए. जैसे ट्रेसी कह रहे हैं यार, upper 3 dots पे जाके you can like the video. 234 people are here. Just a minute ago it was like 160. It's a lot of fluctuations, man. Crazy. Please say one word for Messi. He's the GOAT, man. He is the GOAT. He is one of the greatest players we'll ever see. And I think post Messi, post Ronaldo, we'll actually have a lack of incredible talent in the world. And then we'll really miss Messi, Ronaldo, which is why you already see these narratives coming out that, football fell off, football fell off. Like from Ronaldinho, who was a great player, we straight away went to Messi and Ronaldo. So there was no gap. And I think football broadcast has exploded in the last 20 years, right? So we've gotten to witness Messi and Ronaldo from a very, very, very young age. But now, I think there's nobody there to take the mantle of it. Somebody asked about, Kimik the Warrior says, is Leah back after the injury? Yes, man. She's back after the injury. She also had her assist on her return from injury. And hopefully, man, I've not been following the Arsenal men for the last 2-3 games. But yeah, she is back. She is great. She's still better. She's doing better as well. Ten Hag better than Pep, says RN. I think you're smoking. Did you watch Wayne Rooney overlap? What are your opinions? Eric Ten Hag honestly did not have the time. I think both Poch and Ten Hag will stay till the end of the season. Yeah. There is no point, Umesh bhai, sacking these guys right now. There is still a trophy to be won in the FA Cup. If Poch takes them to the semi-final or the final again, I think he will have a lifeline. But if he gets knocked out by Leeds, the toxicity will get even worse. They are in 11th right now because Wolves won in the last game week. So there is a lot of toxicity for Chelsea right now. But there's a very slim chance that either of them gets sacked in the middle of the season. Same for United. They're in the FA Cup right now. They could hypothetically go deep into the competition, right? So yeah, Rajesh, no problem here, Rajesh. Thank you so much. Video like kar dena, Rajesh. Upper corner 3 dots, like the video from there. Who is the favorite to win the Euros according to you? For me, it has to be France, right? France is stacked in defense, stacked in midfield, stacked in attack. With Kolomouani, Mbappe, Dembele, wo PSG wale, right? Then you look at in the midfield also, Zaire Emery. Where is Xavi Simons from? Xavi Simons, is he French? Is Xavi Simons French? I don't know. But yeah, you think about France's midfield is also stacked. He is France, right? Xavi Simons is Dutch. You're right. Xavi Simons is Dutch. Thank you so much. See, Spain, Netherlands. Yeah, so he is Dutch. But you look at France's midfield, it is pretty stacked. You look at their defense, Konate, Saliba, Kimpembe, right? Ferland Mendy, Mukiele, Pavard, all these guys, man. All these guys. And they have a solid goalkeeper as well in Mignon. If Arsenal goes trophyless this season, how many more trophyless season of Arteta will you tolerate? In pure numbers, until 2 more years. I think we've gotten better, man. We haven't fallen off. ऐसा नहीं है that we finished second last season and this season we're wrangling in like 6th, 7th, 8th. Yeah, of course, Theo Hernandez. Thank you so much, guys. Lucas Hernandez bhi. Yeah, so it's not like Arsenal are in 6th, 7th and we have no style of play, and last year definitely looks like a fluke. We're in the title race. We're 1 point behind Man City. We're 2 points behind Liverpool right now. Last season's first half was an exceptional start in the sense that we had the best ever start to Arsenal ever. Much better than the Invincibles, much better than anything. Right, there's Kamavinga, Chouameni, Nkunku, yes, all of these guys in France. So it's sort of impossible to follow on from the best ever start in your history. But the fact that we're still in the title race, I know cup competitions will always be a pain for Arsenal. बट हमें धीरे धीरे ये चीज़ें निकालनी पड़ेंगी. When there is possibility of Klopp leaving, when there is a possibility that Pep might leave in a year or 2 or 3 years, I don't know how many years Pep leaves for. When you're so close that there might be a power vacuum that is coming on, that United might get a new manager, that Chelsea might get a new manager, that Liverpool might get a new manager, that City might get a new manager. If you have a stable project right now, why would you sack him? Why would you throw away all the progress you have right now when it is time to japtofy on this opportunity? So yeah, I think it makes no sense. It makes absolutely no sense to sack Arteta right now. Who do you see finishing at 4th in the Premier League? For me, Aston Villa. All right, so I'll tell you my top 6. Let's go for top 6, right? I think Liverpool win the league. I think City finished 2nd. I think Arsenal finished 3rd. I think 4th will be Spurs. I think 5th will be Villa, or 5th will be United. It all depends on when United's injuries get better. Simple सी बात है. If United's injuries don't get better, in the sense they keep getting injured over and over and over and over again, some players do not return back from injury in full form. जैसे Mount does not return. Like for example, remember how in Chelsea, Nkunku's return was so hyped. But Nkunku's not been super extraordinary, right? He's not been that sort of missing piece that will bring Chelsea together. In fact, he's come on as a substitute even now. Romeo Lavia, I have not even seen him. So my idea is that, if United don't get their players back in the right shape, in the right form, in the right mood, I think 5th will be Villas, 4th will be Spurs, 3rd Arsenal, 2nd City, 1st Liverpool, and 6th will be Man United. MEFC are planning to sign a young left back this summer. Bhai, first of all, that United left back situation is hilarious. They had Shaw and Malacia and Dallo who could play there. Decent depth, right? On paper, decent depth. Shaw gets injured. Malacia, God knows what has happened to Tyrell Malacia. Then they bought Serge Reguilon on loan, which looked like a smart move. But then they sent him back in January. Then Amrabat, who was brought to be the CDM, is playing left back. And now I'm hearing reports that Amrabat is going to be sent back to Fiorentina. So next season, United will be without a CDM because Casemiro will most likely be moved on. I think they should. Who else is the midfielder? There is no CDM, right? There is Bruno, Eriksen and Casemiro. These are the 3 midfielders I think they have. Kobe Meno, of course. So 4 midfielders हैं उनके पास, जिसमें से I think Casemiro will be moved on. Eriksen is not getting any younger. Mount का देखना पड़ेगा क्या scene है. I'm a Gen, says Aditya. Let's see. Thank you so much. I appreciate the comments. Meno, yes, Tracy. Do you love God? Yeah, of course I love God, man. I'm a spiritual person. I'm not religious, and to speak like I don't follow traditions in the way, but I do believe in God. I pray. I just don't do the traditional ki Bhagwan ke liye ye karo, vrat rakho and everything. Portugal 11 at Euro? Oh, okay. Portugal 11 at Euro. I don't know. I don't follow Portugal as much. I think Bernardo will be there, Bruno will be there, Dallo will be there, Rafa Leao will be there, Ronaldo will be there, Diogo Costa will be there, Ruben Dias will be there. Do you think Pepe makes it? I think Pepe should make it, but I don't think he'll make it. They'll go for, who is it? Antonio Silva? Is he Portuguese? He can be there. There's a bunch of people here. Really good squad for Portugal as well, with young kids as well. Palacios as a backup of Casemiro. Bhai, there will be a raid at Leverkusen, but will Leverkusen sell everyone? I think the most likely candidates to leave Leverkusen is probably Jeremy Frimpong. Ezekiel Palacios, you're better off at Granit Xhaka. But yeah, Palacios will be a huge coup. Pepe will make it Ronaldo influence. Let's see, Aranshul. Let's see. But there's also, right, and isn't Antonio Silva a Portuguese guy? Let's see. Which team can win the Copa, in your opinion? Copa America? Yeah, since I am a Brazil fan, I would want Brazil to win here. Wirtz is German. Felix, yes, Joao Felix can be there. Saeed says, I'm from Pakistan. Hello, I am in Dublin and I am from India. How are you, Saeed? Argentina? Yeah, of course. People will want Argentina to win. But there will be some dark horses, man. Maybe Ecuador. Ecuador apparently has, Antonio Silva is Portuguese, so he can be there. Uruguay could have a chance with Fede being there. Who else do Uruguay have? Fede is there. और कौन है उरुग्वे में अच्छा सा? I don't know. But I want Brazil to win. Darvizi, of course, Darvizi. Araujo is also there. But that's just 3-4 players, yeah. Pelestri, okay. Ugarte, yes. So that's 5-6 players, but I think Argentina is a better rounded team. But look, we don't know anything about, like, honestly, we just watch them from in the major tournaments. South American football is very fluid, man. Ugarte is also there, yes. South American football is very fluid, and sometimes the favorites don't win. Like Diniz, who was Brazil's manager, got sacked because Brazil was not qualifying for anything. Daksh bhai, Alex Varela, Porto ka bhai, Exen, he was an incredible player, man. I hated Alex Varela. He was good, he was controlling, he is one of my favorite DMs. And honestly, if somebody needs a DM, and I know a lot of clubs need a DM, you know, Barca, Man United, you should go for Alex Varela. There is also this Dutch player called Wijfer. You should also go for him. Cruz is back in Euros is a huge thing. Yeah, Benta is also in Uruguay. Say bola Jishan. Love Arsenal, Jago. I love Arsenal as well, man. Up the Gunners, man. Come on, you Gunners. For Arsenal, man, it's very important we win our games. Number one, look, of course, the Porto game is in my head. But before that, we have to win against Sheffield and we have to win against Brentford. In 2 weeks, I think. Is it 2 weeks? When Liverpool play Man City? I think it's 2 weeks, yeah? So, in 2 weeks, Liverpool will play Man City. In 2 weeks, Arsenal will play Brentford. We have to win that game. If we win that game, boys, that Brentford game, if we win, and Liverpool and City draw, we could be right there in the mix. I think we could be right there in the mix. Still, I think the teams that will decide who will have the title is probably Spurs and then United. United a little more because they are playing Liverpool at home and they are playing Arsenal at home, and Arsenal at home is at the second last game week. By that time, I'm guessing most of the players are back from injury, and I think they will want some sort of revenge on the result at the Emirates. But yeah, Tottenham is the one which is the craziest influence, man. Craziest influence on the title race. Yeah, man, Brentford is a super Galich team. You're 100% right, Eric Ten Hag. Because it took City one slip from their defender to finally score. Otherwise, they were a frustrating team to break down. And I really hope, even in the return leg, when we were playing at the G-Tech Stadium, we only beat them 1-0 from a Kai Havertz header. That's it. That's all it took. We play United and Spurs in the last 4 matches. Bhai, crazy Ismail, bhai. And imagine, bhai, if we win those things. Look, I honestly feel we will lose the game at the Etihad. I think we'll lose that game. So I am already taking that as a loss. We need to get a result. And when I say result, I genuinely just mean a win at Old Trafford and at Spurs. With United, we already have 3 points. Doing the double over them will be fantastic. But over Spurs, we have to do something because we drew at home and we should have won that game. Betim Jaja, I've said your name. We have to get a win over Spurs, man. That's it. Spurs, Chelsea, Brentford, United, and Etihad. Although Etihad, I've accepted we'll lose that one. I seriously think Arsenal can lose at White Hart Lane. Anshul, we can. We've not had a great record. We've just beat them maybe once in the last to last season we beat them, or last season we beat them. But yeah, we should look to beat Spurs in our best form. Here is how we beat Spurs. We need Partey back. We need Zinchenko back. We need Tomiyasu back. We need Timber back. Once we have a fully fit team, we can cook. We can absolutely cook. Football Dunyasi says, can you say hello to Azerbaijan? Hello to all people tuning in from Azerbaijan, as well as Football Dunyasi. Thank you so much for tuning in. Ma and Pa Crawfish says, can you please say, come on you Wolves, bhai. Come on you Wolves, man. Wolverhampton Wanderers had an incredible victory yesterday. Although it was just 1-0, man. But look, a win puts them above Chelsea, which as an Arsenal fan is a great thing for me. And Wolves, dude, they are playing really well. Gary O'Neill is an incredible manager. With Cunha, although he's out now, Cunha has been fantastic. Hwang, he's been fantastic, but he's also out. And what a return from Pedro Neto, dude. What a return from Pedro Neto. Ma and Pa Crawfish, I appreciate your thank you and everything. But if you write on caps, my bot blocks you. But I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. What about East Bengal and Mohan Bagan? Bhai, I'll be honest, I I've only followed one ISL team in my life, and that is जब अपने थी ना Delhi Dynamos. That's it. That's the only team I followed, and then that team folded and went to Odisha. I really don't care apart from other teams. But yeah, that's for me. For me, Delhi was the team. Wolves is the best counter-attack team. Agreed, man. They just keep running and gunning, running and gunning. Yeah. You will probably take Pedro Neto. To be honest, I love Pedro Neto, man. He would be such a good player because I don't think he's going to be like a backup to Saka, but he's somebody we can definitely use on that right wing and just not overuse Saka over and over again. Do you think Arsenal made this wrong decision to let Xhaka go? Hardik, Xhaka wanted to leave. If you read his interviews, he said that I wanted to be at a place where the expectations were low. My work in the Premier League was done, and I felt it was right time to move on to a new challenge, right? And that's it. So I don't think we let Granit Xhaka go. But yeah. Man City will win this year's UCL. They're definitely the favorites. Can we beat Porto? I'm scared of another round of 16. Yeah, it's fairly understandable if you're scared of that thing, but I think we can beat them. I think Saka's का एक interview आया था today, where Saka said, "I'm not really worried. We'll have something at the Emirates." Now, even Andy Robertson said this against Atletico Madrid that let them come to Anfield, and then Diego Simeone whipped up an absolute masterclass. So yeah, I mean anything can happen, but I am fairly confident. See, the reason I am confident about Porto is that the reason Kush is also here. The reason I'm confident about Porto is that we were performing well before Porto, then Porto was a blip, and then we started performing well after Porto. If we were bad against Newcastle, then I'll be like, okay, I'm a little bit worried because this means there is something which is going on that is going to put us down. So yeah, you're from Albania and you love Granit Xhaka. I love Granit Xhaka as well. It's a sad way it ended his time at Arsenal, but it is what it is. Okay, guys, we'll end this stream in exactly 3 minutes, man. Thank you so much for coming. Guys, again, you can like the video. There are 3 dots somewhere that you can use to like the video. After this, I would really appreciate if you go onto the channel and leave a comment as to how you felt during the stream. Was it good? Should we make this a regular thing? Maybe after a match day, we can do this vertical sort of thing to discuss a match or everything. So yeah, maybe after this, let's say who are playing tomorrow. Well, we won't do the West Ham game, but let's say after the FA Cup game, let's say after the Chelsea game, we go live. We can discuss these games, right? Who do you play next as Man Park Crawfish? We play Sheffield United, who are at the bottom of the league with the worst defensive record. So I am not expecting too difficult a game for us. But let's see, man. Anything can happen in the Premier League. Bin Bulay Mehman says, bro, do you know any good website to buy replica jersey? Not in India, man. I honestly just get my stuff from Adidas and whoever it is. Ten Hag left the chat. How old am I? I am 29. Would you take Pedro Neto as a replacement of Martinelli because he can play as left wing as well? I have not seen Pedro Neto at left wing as much. But why do we need to replace Martinelli? Like, he's good, man. He's 22. He's going to be fine. Spain has no striker for Euro. What about Morata? Morata's in great form. Why don't they take Morata? They can take Morata. They can take so many strikers from La Liga, yaar, are really, really good. The names escape me. Maybe Borja Mayoral can play also. Joselu can play as well. Exactly. Do City versus Luton watch along? Yeah, mushkil hai yaar. Thoda sa kaam bhi hai. Pablo Sarabia, yes, of course. Ferran can play as a number 9 as well. Who is the Spain coach right now? It's some new guy, right? I don't know. Yeah, Messi or Ronaldo. Nobody. I like Bukayo Saka. Lamine Yamal, yes, Lamine Yamal. But he's not a striker. He's going to play on the wings for sure. Our players really need a pep talk from Wenger to go invincible for the remaining matches, says Manish. Olmo can be as a 10. Yeah, pep talk from Wenger. We have it in us, man. We can beat Porto. We are a good team. We're smashing teams left, right, and center right now. That's it. Asensio can also play. He plays right wing, to be honest. Some people, Khushi says, no, I love him. Of course, I know Khush. What is the future of Belgium? Bhai, they'll have to reconstruct their identity all over again. Who are some new Belgian talents that you guys know? Because I can't name any good Belgian talents right now. Is there any good Belgian player playing in the top leagues? I have no idea, man. Most expensive player other than Mbappe, Haaland, and Vinny and Bellingham. Isn't it like Caicedo or Enzo Messi or somebody? I don't know. UCL is different from PL. Of course, of course. And the thing is this, man. Once you get experience, you will keep getting better and better and better. And that's it. Yeah, Openda is there, KDB is there, Doku is there. But I'm saying new young talents. Your Trossards, maybe Doku is young, yeah, sure, whatever. Openda is young, that's fine. But KDB and Tielemans and Trossard are old, man, old. Lavia is young, but we've not seen him play football for a year. So yeah, look, I know the Premier League is different from the Champions League, but we got experience in the Premier League, man. Dhire, we kept on improving. We will improve in the Champions League as well. Look, people love to hyper focus on one incident over and over again. Arsenal har gayi 1-0. Arsenal had 0 shots on target against Porto. But if you completely analyze one game and you put it and you extrapolate it to the entire team, the entire game, I think that's too much, man. I think that's a flawed way of looking at games. Some games you will be fantastic, dude, and some games you will be absolutely crap. And yes, we can't afford a repeat of the performance at Porto. But if you had to bet money, if I gave you $1,000 right now and I said bet on a team whether Arsenal will win or Porto will win, if you think Porto will win, I think that's a brave bet. So yeah, we will come back 100%, man. We'll come back. No. Look, when I said give me Belgian players young, that's what I wanted. I said I want young players from Belgium. Trossard is 29, 28, whatever. He's late 20s now, right? I wanted young, like your early 20s, 30s, and early 20s, 25 se bhi niche. That's it. That's all I wanted. And some people did say Doku. Timothy Castagna, he's all right. But do you compare him with the previous generation with prime KDB and prime Lukaku and prime Hazard and everyone, man? It's very difficult. Bhabhi is asking for a burner phone. Damn, I'll talk to her. Green Droid bola unhone Saka. Acha. Lakaka, Hazard, Origi can still be clutch. Bhai, Origi can't clutch at Nottingham Forest right now. How can he clutch for Belgium? I'm even saying he might not even be there. There. So yeah, I think Arsenal will be fine. And chalo guys, I think we've crossed an hour. Guys, still 179 people are here. That's insane. Again, I will figure this stuff out. I will see how I can make these shorts live really engaging and really nice. What are the tools and everything? Before, if you can push one like last time, if you can like the video, if you can subscribe to the channel, I'll really appreciate it. But top pay 3 dots, apparently that's where it is. 3 dots and like the video. 150 likes are done. If we can push it closer to 200 likes, that'll be amazing. Why Luke De Jong not work at Arsenal? Because he never was at Arsenal. Would you take Tony Kroos in current Arsenal team? Look, he's a great footballer. He's going to be going down as one of the greatest midfielders of all time. But we are in a different profile, man. We need a different profile right now. Kroos, unfortunately, is a bit too old. But yeah, his experience will be invaluable. But we can't pay a lot of money for experience when we have a lot of things. Anyways, guys. Yeah, Onana Everton wala, you're right. Amadou Onana. Would you gift a girl a new phone? No, I'll not. Because चल हम इस पे आराम से बात करेंगे. चलो guys, see you all soon. Please do not do regular vertical stream. It looks so weird on laptop. Small streams can be done, but not more than 30 minutes. Yeah, maybe we'll do like post-match reviews and everything. But people on the phone, I hope this was fine. I'll take some feedback later. But yeah, see you all soon. Tata, bye-bye. Thank you. See you. How do I end the stream? Oh yeah, this is how you end the stream. See you. Bye-bye.